So some of you might be wondering, why was the circulatory system the correct answer? Well, you know what? Let's take a look. If we look at the picture to your left, this was very similar to the picture that you had as your sample question. Now, if you take a closer look at it, you actually have little tubes that are running from the bottom of the plant, which these are called the roots, all the way up to the leaves. But you also have other tubes that are running from the leaves all the way down to the roots. These are called vascular tubes. Now, the two types of vascular tubes are xylem and phloem. The xylem were the tubes that actually are carrying water from the bottom all the way to the leaves. You know, the leaves got to drink too. But the tubes that are running from the leaf down to the roots, these are going to be called phloem, because the leaves make the food and the roots have to eat a little bit. So the whole point of the xylem and phloem is to transport water and nutrients all over the plant. Now if you look over to the right, this is a picture of the circulatory system for the human body. Now the human body, they also have vascular tubes, but they're not called phloem and xylem. They're called arteries and veins. Just like phloem and xylem carry nutrients, the arteries and veins do. The arteries carry food and water away from the heart for every cell to get a little bit of a drink and a little bit of something to eat. The veins, on the other hand, carry the leftovers, including waste, back to the heart and eventually out of the body. Now, if you want to take a little bit of a closer look at some of these, here's a little bit close look at the cross sections of them. So you can actually see the holes for the phloem, holes for the xylem, and on the other side, a big old hole for the artery and another one for the vein. But hey, you know what? It's one thing to say that both plants and animals have vascular tubes because they both need to transport nutrients and water. But you know what? Let's see on how they look. Maybe they actually look the same in real life. So on the bottom left here, let's show you a little bit of a clip of what it looks like to travel through a xylem tube. And here we go, and we're in. It's kind of like just like a water slide at a theme park. Water's traveling through all these different tubes, going to this leaf, going to that leaf. It could be a short journey, it could be a long journey, but it's still a journey. Now, if we take a look on the right side, let's see about what happens in these arteries and veins. And here we have, you see a couple of red blood cells. They're traveling through a tube just like the xylem was. It's like the same thing, but it's occurring in different organisms. Are they exactly the same? No. But in the end, they both have a similarity. And that similarity is transportation of nutrients and water.